Hey guys, welcome to VEDA Day 4, where today we're going to do an unboxing video. I've got the Scrawlrbox here, it's the July box, and it's a subscription service where you get art supplies sent to you every month. And I thought that sounded like exactly my kind of thing, so here we go. So it comes wrapped in all this little tissue paper, a little sticker. It's kind of impossible to get it out without ripping it all, so I just kind of dug into it. You get a little sticker, and there's also this little card in here that's got some information about the Scrawlrbox in general, and then a creative challenge for the month. And then there's some lollies for some reason, in case you need a sugar kick. And then we've got the art supplies. So I'll go into those a little bit more in depth later, but first let's look at this little bit of artwork, which is by an artist called Sydney Nielsen. And we've also got a couple bits of paper as well. So time to get into the art supplies. So first of all, we have the Artline 200 Fine Line 0.4, which is basically a standard fine liner. I've already used these kinds of pens heaps of times before. Art liners were the ones that we always used in high school, and they're just a good, reliable fine liner. Next, we have another Artline pen. This is the 210 Medium Liner 0.6mm tip, and it's got more of a felt tip pen, and this one comes in a blue color. I've also used these pens before, but I haven't used them in the blue color before, but, you know, it kind of works the same no matter what color it is. So these ones have more of a felt tip and create a little bit of a thicker line, so I normally use those for creating more weighted lines and line work. Next we have an Artline poster marker, which is actually in a metallic blue color. This one is pretty intense. Like, let me tell you, this ink was way more opaque and pigmented than I was expecting, and I mean, I've used, like, metallic gold and silver Sharpies before, but this one, the ink just, like, came out of it. Like, this is a serious business metallic marker. Seriously, do not use thin paper with this. Next we have another metallic blue pen, except this one has a brush nib. It's the Kuretake Wink of Luna pen. This one gave me a bit of drama in the beginning because I could not figure out how to get the ink that was obviously in the barrel of the pen actually out onto paper, but I finally figured it out, and oh my god, I have never used metallic ink with any kind of brush or brush pen, and ugh, I fell in love as soon as I managed to get it to work, that is. You get the thin lines, the thick lines, like all of your metallic needs. You could definitely get a lot more variation of strokes with this one. This is another Kuretake pen, except this one is a post-chalk dry wipe marker, which it's basically a chalk marker. The only thing is that it doesn't really have much of an effect until it's exposed to air for a little bit, so I'll show you what I mean. When you draw with it, it just looks like some kind of clear liquid, but then the more you leave it, the more it kind of develops, I guess is the word, which is pretty cool, but I don't really know what purpose that serves. It was a little unpredictable and streaky in my opinion. And moving away from the pen and marker game, we also have a set of 12 coloured pencils here. These ones are from Stadletter, and they're the Norris colour pencils. They're supposed to be anti-break, which I guess is a good thing, because I've used lots of coloured pencils in the past that just shatter whenever you try to use them. But unfortunately, I think whatever makes the anti-break lead so strong also makes it kind of hard to use and not really pigmented. I guess it's got a higher percentage of binder to pigment, so I find it quite difficult to work these pencils, especially since I'm used to using my Prismacolor softcore pencils, which are beautiful and are so creamy. As you can see, I went back to the Kuretake Wink of Luna pen quite a lot. I wanted to see how well it would perform on dark paper, since it was a metallic, and the poster marker as well did really well. Since I was trying things out in dark paper, I thought I'd try out the coloured pencils as well, and I was actually surprised that they showed up quite well. I still think the lead is really hard, but these might actually be really good for doing detail and line work. I wanted to see how well the metallic pens would work over the art lines that I had, and both of them held up pretty well. Like, they were completely opaque, and the art line did not show through at all. The chalk marker, on the other hand, did not even show up. Maybe I needed to wait for those pens to dry, but it did not have the same effect that it had on the dark paper. Once I finished testing everything out, I decided to go back and use that Wink of Luna pen again. I know these ones come in a whole bunch of different colours, and I would love to get more of these because I thought they were absolutely gorgeous. So I had a lot of fun experimenting with these, and I think I had a very good experience for my very first art subscription box. This definitely arrived on the right day as well, because I don't know if you can tell how croaky and awful my voice has been in this video, but I'm losing my voice. I've got this awful virus, and I was stuck in my house all day, and I couldn't go out and see my friend like I was supposed to, but at least I had something to do to take my mind off my miseries. Anyway, that's all for today. If you've tried any of these art supplies before, let me know what you think. I'm gonna go slather myself in eucalyptus rub now and go to bed because I need sleep. See you tomorrow.